Welcome to episode 13 of Robbie's Cooking Sunday, everyone. Now we're going to the zoo today, so we decided that we are going to make our lunch before we go. So we are going to make mixed meat pie, because in these strange and odd times, what would be better than a lovely, comforting, homemade pie? Well, kind of, because we're not using our own pastry, we bought it. So the first thing we're going to do, Robbie, is we've got our pie dish here, and we are going to get some of that butter and we're going to grease the pie dish with the butter. So you know what to do. You hold on to it. Well done, and round the sides as well, Bobs. That's fine, and round the sides. Okay, make sure you get it round the sides. Yeah, that's looking good. Well done. Right, now we can put the butter to one side. Okay, so this is going to be the difficult bit, which is getting our pastry in the pastry dish in a orderly manner. So we have our pastry here, and we have bought ready-made, ready-rolled pastry. Now, one mistake we made is we didn't take it out the fridge 20 minutes before we're going to use it. So it did go a little bit manky when we tried to unroll it. So Robbie, can you remember what you've got to do? Turn the pastry upside down, turn the paper upside down, and put it paper up into the pastry dish. Right, I might be swinging the camera around a bit here while I just give Robbie a hand to do that. Let's see. And then we press it down. And then we need to take the paper off. Robbie, do you think you can take the paper off very carefully? Yeah, good, good, good. Yay, not bad. Now, what we need to do, Robbie, is we need to take that steak knife here and cut round. Okay, make sure you cut round the rim. So like that. There we go, lovely. And go all the way around doing that. Amazing pastry hacking going on. Don't panic, we're not going to waste this. I think I might be making some little apple pies or jam tarts over the next couple of days. Not sure if anyone will want to eat them, but I will. Robbie's brother will never know, will he, Robbie? Right, shall we just go around the edge? Right. Okay, there we go. There we go. A pastry in a pie dish. It's got a bit of a spooky, Halloweeny, drapey feel to it, hasn't it? Excellent. That's really good. We can tidy that up later anyway. So the next thing we need to have is our meat. Now, the sous chef, that being me, has already cut up the meat and given it a quick browning by stir frying it. So we have got chicken, pork and lamb, and we had got 1 chicken breast, 2 lamb chops and 1 pork chop for this. And I've cut them up and stir fried them so that they are more or less cooked, because we don't want to rely on the pie to cook them. So Robbie, would you like to get the meat and put it into the pie? You can empty it in if you want. You want to empty the bowl in? You find that easier? Excellent. And then use a spoon, Robbie, to spread it out. Spread the meat out. so that everyone gets equal portions of everything. Now you'll notice we haven't used any beef in this, much to Robbie's Daddy's annoyance. That's because I don't especially like beef pie, and if Daddy wants beef, he can cook these things, can't he? Right, okay, so the next thing we need to do is a bit of gravy. Now this would probably be nice with some mushrooms, but Robbie wasn't keen to have mushrooms in it. So what you need to do, Robbie, is you need to add a little bit of gravy up to about where my finger is, a little bit of water, sorry, up to about where my finger is. So can you get the kettle? You be very careful with the kettle, okay? And if we just fill it till I say stop. Can't see what he's doing there. A bit more. Do you want some help? Okay, I'm just doing super duper careful with the kettle. Stop! And then give that a really good stir. Give that gravy a really good stir. You might need to put a bit more in it. Now we're making this gravy with our gravy granules. Obviously, it needs to be a little bit thicker than ordinary gravy. A good stir. I can see some granules in the bottom that need stirring in. Now, I don't think we'll need all of this gravy, Robbie, but can we pour a little bit of gravy onto the meat? Spread it evenly over the meat. Lovely, wonderful, perfect, fantastic, yum, yum, yum. Right, we're going to stop the camera just briefly while we get out the top of the pie, because we need to do some careful pastry unrolling, and we've learnt this morning that it's not easy. Okay, so we're back. We have rolled out the pastry for the top, well, taken it out of the packet and rolled it out of the packet roll. I have also just tidied round the edge of this pie just a little bit, just so it hopefully won't get stuck when we try to get it out at the end. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the top on. It's exactly the same way as before. Make sure it covers all the way, darling. Make sure it covers all the way. Haven't quite gone all the way across. Hang on. Waving the camera about here. Right, now take the paper off, Robs. And then we need to do exactly the same thing with our steak knife as we did before. Now at this point you might want to make pretty patterns in your pastry. Yeah, that would be a very good thing to do. These are my pretty patterns here. I think we'll call them rough joins rather than pretty patterns. Yeah, I think we are going to settle for a functioning pie here. So we are just going to get this so that the lip of the pie doesn't get stuck when we're trying to get it out. There we go. This is looking good. There we are. Okay, so this is our pie ready to go in the oven, and we're going to cook this on about 160 degrees, half an hour-ish, or basically until it looks like it's cooked. And then at the end we will show you what we have. Ta-da! And this is a meat mixed pie. So yeah, it looks really good. I'm a bit loath to serve a piece on camera, so I won't, because I'm a bit worried that it's going to end up in a pastry gravy and meat splat, although that will taste lovely, but might not make for very good presentation. So we're now going to have that with a bit of extra gravy and some broccoli, carrots and peas for our lunch, and then we're off to the zoo, and I promise I won't sing. See you all next week, everybody. Bye bye.